God will put me in a very precarious situation amongst wicked people. And I needed to find truth to align to, like my life depended on it. So I have deeply studied this book, friend, like my life depended on it. These demons that we speak to, friend, many people only know of them in the imagination like they some kind of a theory. I have come to know these things. I have moved shoulder to shoulder amongst these things, friend. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you I think and I bet and I assume. I'm telling you. And God would allow it so that I would know what I am talking about. This goes beyond theoretical school. I don't need no bachelor's degree in this, friend. And this conveyance that I have for you is somewhat of training for me in the way I fashion it, how I categorize it, how I connect it to real life stuff to make it relatable so that you all can ingest. That's what this is. This is my training. Because I've already had the experiences. Friend. So when we speak to demons, we're speaking of entities that are all a part of God's kingdom. If I could get you to begin thinking of it in that way, you will have a better understanding about what's going on. All of them are under the control of God. There is no rogue. There is no threat. They're all playing a role, friend. And the battle, these two battles, are where you will fall in the competition between us and them. I've spoken to before of how this demonic kingdom fell and how they all came here, and then how they went and they began treating this as their kingdom, not because of anything outside of them abiding within their creation. Had Adam stayed king, they would have stayed in check. But once they were able to turn Adam and Eve, it turned the game. It gave them leverage. When Adam and Eve were in the garden and this entity came, one portion that he was able to successfully enact and that will work to his favor up until the birth of up until Jesus would be that he would introduce death. Giving him dominion in a sense. He would introduce this concept of death. If he knows the rules of this creation, and if the creation is that you keep coming back until you get it right, and then you ascend up out of here into the next level of creation, then death is his domain. He's created a category that he can rule, because he was cast down here, permanently demoted, and took on a lesser role. He was an angel of the highest regard in the heavenly abode. Yet when he falls and he takes portions of the angelic realm with him that were all bound to him. Why? Bound to him how? By sigils. They were bound to him by seals. He is the head, so the body must follow. They all fall down here. And the first thing is to solidify presence. He never sees himself as the worker. He always sees himself as the head. And this has been consistent with him all along. Yet when he inflicts the blow upon Adam and Eve and gets them to doubt, they began to doubt, and they began to fear, and they began to feel unworthy. Mental states. He's strictly working off of the mental state. By inflicting propaganda, smoke and mirrors. He's lost more than anybody. He's fallen from the highest heights along with those that are bound to him. He's demoted. You would think he would be depressed. You would think he would think less of himself. But he's playing tag. He taps at him. You're it. Tagged you. Tagged Eve. But Eve and Adam don't respond in the intelligent way he does. They see themselves different. They hide. They're ashamed. They fear. And they will go through life perpetuating this. Reinforcing cycles of death. Making death his domain. Reinforcing cycles of death. Making death his domain. It's all he's got. So we already lost the battle, the first battle. And death was incorporated into the mix. And now, all of these years later, even though Jesus has come and has overcome death, there are two things left. Eternal life, eternal death. The first death was not eternal. It was a time frame that you would live, and then you go back into the cycle of things. And there will be a judgment. And upon judgment, if you've ascended properly, you graduate. If not, you repeat. But then after a amount of time, the vine, the bloodline, the ancestral line gets strong. And the Messiah comes. And he's able to overcome all the traps. He overcomes death. And here we are. Facing two extremes. And this is the purpose of all that's going on around here. This is what's at stake that many people don't get. Eternal life or eternal death, damnation.